Welcome to another vlog, and this is a video that I always wanted to create na rin. And it's all your step-by-step how to create your e-travel as well as how to fill out your e-travel as well. So creating your account plus yung gagawin mo rin yung e-travel. Alam ko kasi marami akong ganitong mga vlogs na previously, and I'm sure nakikita nyo yun on TikTok or Facebook, pero now long form YouTube para step-by-step. Kasi diba, what I did here, para alam nyo rin guys, I have a picture here of a passport. This is a specimen passport. Ito yung ginagamit na sample ng DFA natin para at least makita nila na ito itsura ng Philippine passport natin. This is the latest version or iteration of our Philippine passport. And then gumawa rin ako ng isang dummy email here para mapakita ko rin sa inyo paano tayo mag step-by-step gumawa ng e-travel account natin or the Philippine e-travel account plus paano natin gagawin yung e-travel. I will also have a ticket here. Previous ticket ko siya pero syempre change ko rin some of the details para rin ma-fill out natin siya sabay-sabay if ever meron kayong mga katanungan. Okay, so without further ado, let us do it. I will just do my screen recording right now para at least lahat ng mga kailangan natin guys mapakita ko sa inyo. Yun yung gusto kong gawin muna, di ba? Sabihin nyo, Jax, bakit ganyan? Okay lang yan, guys. Importante mapakita ko sa inyo. Yun yung kaligayahan ko kung maipakita ko sa inyo. Okay. Now, whenever you travel, let us begin. E-travel, kailangan ko siya bigyan kalinawan para sa inyo rin. Of course, our e-travel is our electronic travel arrival as well as departure. For Filipino citizens like us, guys, bawat labas natin ng bansa, internationally lang po ito, kailangan po natin gawin yung e-travel natin, both palabas ng bansa at saka papasok ng bansa. If kasama mo nga foreigners, kailangan lang nila ng e-travel papasok ng bansa, hindi nila kailangan to paalis ng Pilipinas. So, for Filipinos, we need it both. Now, why do we need it? The e-travel is our declaration. Dito natin dinalagay kung saan tayo pupunta, kailan tayo aalis, kailan rin tayo babalik. Remember, our immigration officer needs these information, syempre, to validate kung tama ba yung sinasabi natin. Again, a lot of these things is to help and combat trafficking, human trafficking, or yung mga kagagawan ng mga masasama sa labas ng bansa natin. And of course, kailangan rin siya papasok ng mga dayuhan kasi kailangan rin nila malaman kung ano ba gagawin ng dayuhan na yun sa loob ng bansa natin. That's why e-travel is important. Now, hindi mo na kailangan pakita yung QR na yan whenever you cross immigration. It's because guys, yung system nila ng immigration officer, pag skinan yung passport natin, nakikita na nila yung e-travel natin. Kaya hindi na natin kailangan ipakita yung QR. So that's why, di ba? Lagi nyung sinasabi, bakit kailangan pa ipakita to? Or bakit ba kailangan gawin, hindi naman hinahanap? Kasi nga, nasa system na po nila yan. Okay? So, now, kung baguhan ka, wala ka pang e-travel, this is how you're going to create your account. Go to the etravel.gov.ph/sign-in website. Kailangan ito po yung itsura ng e-travel because this is the legit and this is free. Kung may bayad po ang e-travel, alam po nating fake po yan at mali yun. So, etong itsura niyan. Yes, meron rin siyang app. If you want to do the app, pwedeng-pwede. If you don't want to do the app, pwede ka rin naman via the website. What I will do right now will be the website. Now, when you go in here, makita mo dito guys, create an account. So, pindutin po natin to kung wala pa tayong account. Now, let us create an account and let us input our email address. So, I will put in the email address that we created. So, guys, Juan de la Cruz 1990 jdc1990 gmail.com ang sample email. Pero legit, I have access to it via Google. Ito po yung makikita nyo rin here. Now, I'll click on continue. And then guys, intayin nyo po yon. And then, magkakaroon po siya ng one-time PIN. Yung one-time PIN na yan, isasend po yan sa email address. So, aabangan po natin yan via the email that you've registered. So, kung nakita nyo dito sa email ni Juan de la Cruz, nandito na po ang kanyang one-time PIN, which is 812296. Copy natin siya, i-paste po natin, or i-input po natin siya here. And then, let us click on continue. After clicking continue, we have to create a password. Now, ang importante dito is we have to create a strong password. Remember, dapat 12 characters, dapat may isang uppercase, meaning dapat capital letter yon, at saka dapat may isa rin siyang lowercase, may symbol, which is yung mga @ sign, number sign, dollar sign, Tapos, kailangan may 1 number rin as well. So, gagawa lang po ako dito ng password. So, syempre, naka-blur out to. Guys, bahala na po kayo kung paano yung password na gusto nyo ilagay. I-blur out po rin po. If you press this eyeball icon, guys, makikita nyo rin kung ano yung in-input yung details or yung password mo dito. Remember that kailangan yung i-input po legit and dapat at least 12 characters rin siya. Okay? So, gawa lang po tayo dito, guys. And then, dapat, guys, match po ang dalawa yung password. And don't forget, kailangan, guys, legit po yung password na yan. Or dapat, keep it safe rin as well. Kasi kung hindi safe yung password na yan, guys, then definitely, ang mangyayari dyan, mawawala mo yung password. Mamaya sasabihin nyo, ano gagawin nyo kung wala na kayong password. So guys, make sure na dapat yung password na yan, nandyan pa rin siya. Okay? Remember, always keep your password safe and secure kasi gagamitin mo yun for your app and every time you use this, yun pa rin yung password mo na yun. Okay, now, onboarding lang, we have to put in our personal information. Remember, personal information natin, dapat kompleto po to at dapat tama at saka match po siya sa lahat na mga i-input natin. Now, here, importante dito is we have to take a photo or upload a file or upload a selfie. Now, I have the passport here. Ang kadalasan ang ginagawa ko, sinescreenshot ko na lang yung mukha ng let's say, whoever man i-register ko, for example, is my face, gagamitin ko yung sa passport ko. And then yan din po gagamitin ko to upload the file here. So, if ever I see it here, i-upload ko po yung image ng picture, di ba? Let's say, ang gagawin nating sample for this picture or for this account sa eTravel will be kay Juan de la Cruz Maria Santos. So, lalagay ko yung mukha ni Maria Santos dyan. Remember, ang choice dito, Philippine passport holder or foreign passport holder. If Philippine yung passport mo, you select Philippine passport holder. First name, match po natin yan dapat. Kailangan match siya dito sa passport ni Maria Santos. First name is Maria. Type po natin Maria. Middle name po niya is Santos. Nakikita niyo po dito, di ba? Pagitnang pangalan or middle name is Santos and then last name is De La Cruz. Okay. Suffix, ito po yung parang junior, senior, 2, 3. Kung wala naman, leave it blank. Sex will be female kasi Maria Santos is a female. Kasarian, nandito po siya, F. Then female po ilalagay natin. Date of birth ni Maria Santos is March 16, 1980. So, we also put in March 16, 1980. So, March 16, 1980. Okay. And then, dapat meron rin tayong mobile number here. Remember, your mobile number should be at least may prefix, which is 917, and then the number. Siyempre guys, nakaano lang tayo, dummy tayo, pero dapat tama rin yung number niyan. Importante po yun. Kasi every time you come back and use it, may notification po isa-send sa email at saka sa text natin. Or sa SMS or sa phone po natin. Citizenship, Maria Santos, kung nakikita nyo ang citizenship, nasyonalidad, Filipino. So, dapat Filipino po ang ilagay rin natin dito. Country of birth, saan po siya pinanganak, si Maria Santos? Dahil sa Pilipinas naman siya pinanganak, then we put Philippines. Passport number. Makikita po ang passport number sa upper right hand of the first page. Remember, if they ask the first page of your passport, ito po yun. Kung yung may details, yung may picture mo, yun po yun. Ang passport number niya is P0000000A. So, P1234567A. And then, passport issuing authority, dito po makikita yon sa may kapangyarihang nagkaloob or issuing authority, DFA Manila. So, we type DFA Manila kung wala po siya. So, kung nakita nyo po yung passport dito, may kapangyarihang nagkaloob nito is DFA Manila. We know that this was issued in the Philippines. So, what we will type here will be Philippines. And then, passport issued date, guys. Ang passport issue date, makikita rin natin dito, petsa ng pagkaloob or date of issue, 27 June 2016. So, 07-26-2016. Validate lang natin. June 27 pala dapat. Ano ba yan? Mali. Mali ako guys. Ano ba yan? July na sa utak ko. June 27, 2016. Tama? Match po ba yung dalawa? Yes. Correct. Very good. And then, occupation, then she will select agriculture, airline crew, businessman ba siya, housewife ba siya, retired pensioner, worker or laborer, lahat po. Pwede po unemployed na dyan. Pwede rin professional. And then, click on next. Country of residence. Permanent country of residence is dapat kung saan siya. So, if ever Philippines, nasa Philippines siya. Metro Manila. Sorry yung nakikita nyo dito sa Google ko kasi guys, I keep on doing this kaya nakikita nyo nagsasuggest na siya kung ano yung dati kong resulta. Let's say nakatira siya sa Metro Manila, then we put Metro Manila. City niya, then for example, let us just say taga San Juan siya. And then barangay niya is Addition Hills. And then house number niya is 123 De La Cruz Street. And then click on next. Remember that your permanent country of residence, this will be your home address po. And then, validate. Dito mo i-check, lahat ba ng dinigay natin kay Maria Santos de la Cruz, tama po ba siya? Pati yung permanent residence niya. Kung tama naman po lahat, chinek nyo na siya, walang mali, click on submit. And then, the profile has now been created. Now, whenever you log in, guys, pag meron ka ng account kasi dito, madali na siya. Itatanong na lang sa'yo, travel registration, kung ikaw ba ang gagawa ng e-travel or para sa pamilya mo. Kasi guys, pwede mong gawing account mo pero you can register your other family members. And then, the same, kung lalabas ka ng bansa, air or sea ang travel mo, itatanong po dito. And you will now create an e-travel for arrival, which is entering, papasok ng Pilipinas, or departure, meaning palabas ka ng bansa. Okay, now, for example, si Maria Santos de la Cruz ay pupunta ng Hong Kong. Now, I have the ticket here as well. She has a ticket going to Hong Kong. It's via Cathay Pacific. Tapos passenger name, nandito po natin makikita, De La Cruz Maria Santos. Nandito rin po yung ticket number and nandito yung mga flight details niya. She will be going to Beijing Capital International Airport via Cathay Pacific with a layover. Now, Manila Ninoy Aquino siya going to Hong Kong, yun yung unang flight niya, and then Hong Kong to Beijing ang second flight niya. Now, dahil palabas siya ng bansa, aalis siya ng bansa ng Pilipinas, then ang kailangan mo unang gawin dito is to make sure that you go to your e-travel, and then para sa kanya niya gagawin to, air travel din siya, and then departure kasi paalis siya ng bansa. And she will click on continue. So, guys, ito po ang ticket ni Maria Santos, di ba? Pupunta siya ng Manila, Hong Kong to Beijing. Beijing ang final destination niya. Aalis siya ng April 29, nandyan po yung date. And then, guys, since this is an international travel, kailangan niya gumawa ng e-travel for departing the Philippines or paalis ng bansa. Okay, now, to create your e-travel, diba, you may only register 72 hours prior to your arrival or departure in the Philippines. If hindi siya 72 hours, kung labas siya or more than 72 hours, hindi ka pa po pwede gumawa ng e-travel. Dapat 72 hours or before your trip lang talaga siya. So, pwede siya, let's say, nasa airport ka na gumagawa ng e-travel, pwede. Pero kung 73 hours before the trip mo, bawal pa siya. Okay, now, since palabas siya, let's go do it. Diba? E-travel, ito po siya. Travel registration for me kasi, let's just say, I am Maria Santos de la Cruz. And then, air travel siya dahil airplano. And then, departure kasi leaving the Philippines siya or paalis ng Pilipinas. Click on continue. And then, nandito po lahat ng mga details na makikita natin. So, ilagay natin yung picture here on the other side para nandyan lagi yung passport, yung ticket natin. So, purpose of travel, number 1 is, ano ba gagawin niya? OFW ba siya? Or participation in au pair? There's a lot of different choices. But, since leisure lang naman siya, we always select holiday, pleasure, or vacation. And then, traveler type, she is a aircraft passenger dahil hindi naman siya flight crew. Name of airlines, you will select it here. So, you just have to put in Cathay Pacific. Ita-type nyo lang siya and then lalabas po siya. Flight number, nandito naman siya sa ticket. Ang flight number po natin, makikita po natin ang flight number dito which is CX930. Diba? CX930. Or 930. Pwede rin siyang 930, pwede rin CX, ganon. Origin is galing siya sa when you look at the ticket, nakasunod dito NAIA Terminal 3. So, you will also put in NAIA T3. Wala. T3. Ganon. Yun yung shortcut dyan. T3. And then date of departure niya, which is on the 29th. Kasi nakita nyo, di ba? 29. April 29. So, ilalagay nyo April 29. Kung nakita nyo, guys, yung mga dates dyan, di ba? Yan lang yung mga pwede. 72 hours before or after nga lang kasi. So, yun yung nakabukas. And then, with transit flight, if connecting, yes. Country of transit, Hong Kong. Bakit siya Hong Kong, guys? Because Hong Kong. Diba? Airport of transit, guys, it is Hong Kong International Airport. So, pwede kang shortcut, HKIA, or pwede mo rin i-type yung Hong Kong International Airport. Date of transit, which is the same day, which is 29 as well. Okay. And then, destination. Destination niya of country, alam mo kung saan naman, di ba? Country of destination, China. Because if you're going to look at the ticket, ang last flight niya will be China. Di ba? So, China, airport of destination. Nakita mo dito, Beijing Capital International. So, we can say Beijing Capital International Airport. Or you can also see, I usually do shortcut. If alam niyo yung mga airport code, pwede rin naman yun. Pero kung hindi, guys, no worries. You can just type Beijing Capital International. Date of arrival niya, which is the 29th pa rin. And then date of return, dito mo makikita yan sa separate ticket mo. Let's just say, babalik siya ng April 30. Isang araw lang talaga siya. Then, dapat match yan ha. Kung ano yung return ticket mo, ima-match mo yan. Date of return, April 30. Destination address, let's say nagstay siya sa Marriott Hotel Beijing. So, you will type in Marriott Hotel Beijing. Just put in the address there kung ano yung address ng hotel mo or kung saan ka titira. And then, click on Next. Now, remember that merong currency declaration dito because anybody leaving the country cannot bring in excess of legal tender of 50,000 pesos. And then foreign currency, hindi rin pwede in excess of 10,000 US dollars. So, guys, this is cash. In terms of cash, or let's say bills, or in terms of cheque, in terms of gold, or basta yung mga lahat ng mga nakalista dito. If nasa bank account mo siya, wala pong problema. You do not need to declare. If hindi naman labi sa $10,000 dala mo at labi sa 50,000 pesos ang cash na dala mo right now and paalis ka ng bansa, then you do not need to declare. So, do you have anything to declare? No, kasi wala naman tayong dalang ganon. And then, you just have to sign here. So, Maria de Cruz. And then, click on Next. And then, dito kasi, you can add family member. If wala namang family member kang kasama, then click on next lang. If meron, then you can add your family member. Guys, meaning nito, pag kasama mo yung family mo to travel, at least isang e-travel na lang kailangan mo punuin or i-fill out, then hindi mo na kailangan i-fill out sa kanila each of them or each one of them. So, dahil si Maria, mag-isa lang mag-travel, click on next. You haven't selected. Are you sure? Yes. And then here, validate ulit lahat ng information na nilagay ni Maria Santos de la Cruz. Tama po ba lahat? And then if tama po lahat, let's click on Submit. And then congratulations, all of your details is here. Now, importante here, isa-send rin to via your email. Pwede mo rin siya i-download. And then pwede mo rin siya i-screenshot if ever kailangan mo. Diba? But, paano natin i-make sure na tama siya? If we're going to look at the email, nandito rin po yung iyong e-travel. Hindi mo na siya kailangan ipakita sa immigration officer because meron na sila sa system. But if ever, in a very rare case na hanapin po siya, at least alam mo at pwede mo ipakita sa kanila to. Nandyan po siya. So that's your e-travel. Remember that your e-travel when you're leaving the country, ito po yung itsura niya. Okay? Okay. Dapat nakita mo rin dito sa e-travel mo, departure via Air Philippines to China ang trip mo rin dito. Ganun po ang importante dyan. Okay. Then you can go back home. And then sa homepage mo, makikita mo dito yung iyong registered mga e-travel. Dahil this is for departure, makikita mo dito, proceed to immigration. O, diba? Nandiyan rin siya. Kung hindi mo naman nakuha via email, pwede mo rin makita ang iyong QR code. Just click on View QR Code here. Lahat na sa e-travel website na, kaya madali po siyang gamitin. Now, Okay, since Maria is returning back to the Philippines, pauwi naman na siya ng Pilipinas, kailangan niya pa rin mag-e-travel because number 1, she is a Filipino citizen. Number 2, lahat ng mga tao papasok ng Pilipinas, kailangan gumawa ng e-travel. Again, e-travel, 72 hours before your trip, pwede mo siyang gawin. Hindi po siya pwedeng more than 72 hours before your trip. Okay, so, dahil pauwi siya, di ba, from China, we will click on a new travel declaration again. And then, 'di ba, since she's coming back home, 'di ba, para sa kanya pa rin, for me, airplano pa rin ang kanyang transportasyon pauwi ng Pilipinas. She will now click on air. And then now, dahil pauwi siya at papasok siya ng Pilipinas, she will click on arrival, entering the Philippines. Again, pauwi is arrival, paalis is departure. And then you click on continue. Okay, now, travel details, Philippine arrival via air. Purpose of travel niya, the same, holiday and pleasure kasi galing siya sa holiday and pleasure. And then traveler type, aircraft passenger because hindi naman siya flight crew. Now, name of airline. Remember that ito ang return ticket natin. This one, di ba? Nakita natin, April 30 from Beijing capital tapos to Manila siya pero may connecting siya sa Hong Kong. So let us put it in. Name of airlines, alam naman po natin kanina that this is still Cathay Pacific. So, we enter Cathay Pacific as flight or name of airline. Flight number, makita naman natin dito, CX335 or CX913. Now, if you're going to look at it, guys, pauwi ng Pilipinas, ito ang challenge mo dito. The first flight, which is from Beijing to Hong Kong, walang 335 dito. Why? It's because the flight that the e-travel will give us when we're entering or arrival to the Philippines is yung mga flights to Manila siya. So, ang ilalagay nating flight dapat is yung Hong Kong to Manila, which is CX913. Hahanapin mo kung nandito ang CX913. Yes, nandito ang CX913. Country of origin, we were coming from China. So, ilagay natin ang China. Airport of origin, which is Beijing capital. International. Date of departure, which is match mo dapat siya, which is April 30 doon sa ticket natin. So, April 30 ang input natin or i-click natin. With transit ba siya? We have to click on yes because nag-transit tayo saan, guys? Kung titingnan nyo ulit yung ticket natin kanina, nag-transit po tayo sa Hong Kong. So, country of transit, we put Hong Kong. Airport of transit, Hong Kong International Airport or HKIA. Date of transit, kailan tayo nag-transit? Kung titingnan mo, April 30, pares silang April 30, we click on April 30. And then destination, saan siya maglaland? Yung last flight natin sa Manila, which is Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3. So, ito automatic nang pinasok because we already input the flight details sa taas na CX913. And then date of arrival, if we're going to look at it, it's also April 30 because our ticket says na it is April 30 po. And then destination upon arrival in the Philippines, since uuwi na siya sa bahay, click residence lang. Pero kung, let's say, foreigner, then click on hotel or resort, diba? Or if hindi naman siya aalis, transit via airport lang siya. Meaning ng transit via airport, hindi ka lalabas, you have a connecting flight. Since residence si Maria, we click on residence, you can type in your residence address or just click on same as permanent. Country of residence. Then click on next. Health declaration, countries that you've worked, visited, and transit in the last 30 days. You don't need to put it, pero if you want to, pwede mo ilagay. Diba? You just add all of those countries that you have. Kung hindi naman kailangan, then just delete. Have you had any exposure who is sick, diba? Or with infectious disease in the past 30 days? Yes or no? Kung wala, click on no. Have you been sick in the past 30 days? Yes or no? Kung wala, no. This is the health declaration. Remember dati meron pa tayong pang-COVID pero since wala naman na yon, linagay na po siya sa e-travel. Okay, since okay tayo lahat, hindi man tayo nagkasakit, we were healthy, click on next. And then here is your baggage declaration. Remember guys, baggage declaration is like your customs form as well. Remember that every time you buy something outside which is duty-free or not, wala pang tax, pwedeng i-tax tayo ng bansa. It's also by the law and nandito po siya sa lahat ng mga regulations here. Diba? Travelers bringing in goods with a value of 10,000 pesos or below shall pay or shall not pay any duties. Pero kung 10,000 and above, may duties siya. So, all Filipino citizens are entitled to a duty and tax exemption for personal effects and household goods sent or brought in up to 3 times value of 150,000 pesos within the calendar year. This one is more of the balikbayan box. If you remember back then, gumawa ko isang video, yun po, yun. So anyways, nandito rin siya yung 2 reams of cigarettes is allowed, tax-free yan, and 2 bottles of liquor is also tax-free para sa atin. Then there's a lot of different items din na bawal natin ipasok, mga prohibited goods. Also, remember that bringing in cash papasok ng Pilipinas din, meron po siyang limit and kailangan mo siya i-declare if it's more than $10,000 or whatever currency na katumbas ng $10,000 and of course in excess of 50,000 pesos. Check, bank, draft, all of those. Jewelries, nandyan din siya. And dapat meron ka rin currency declaration, nandito po siya lahat. And yung mga pinagbabawal, hindi rin po natin dapat pinapasok sa bansa. Now, if you have nothing to declare, you click on no. And then here, accompanied family members, kung may kasamahan ka, para iisa na lang yung customs declaration mo. And kung kasama yung mga family members mo doon sa e-travel mo, then dapat ipasok mo rin siya dito or i-nominate mo. Kung wala ka namang kasama, 0, 0. Number of baggage, ilan ang check-in bag mo at ilan ang hand carry mo. Since si Maria, isa ang check-in niya at isang hand carry niya, she will put 1 and 1. And is it the first time visiting Philippines? No, because she is a Philippine citizen. She's a resident as well, so no. And then click on next. And then, syempre, magsasign ulit siya dito. And then click on next. Family members, kung may kailangan ka isama ditong family members, pwede mo ilagay dito para iisa lang i-travel mo. Pero kung wala, solo traveler ka, skip it and click on next. And are you sure you're not traveling with companion? Just click on yes. Validate all of the different information na linagay mo dito. Dapat truthful, tama, valid, and totoo. Remember that. And click on submit. And once you click on submit, makikita mo ang iyong e-travel or ay makikita mo rin yung QR mo here. Remember that pag nakita nyo dito, ang e-travel mo will be green, nakasulat arrival via air, meaning wala kang dinedeclare, wala kang declaration. And remember that this specific QR, kailangan mo siya ipakita sa customs paglabas mo sa airport because sinascan na po ang QR sa customs. Meaning, kung wala kang i-declare, dire-diretso ka. Pag meron ka i-declare, syempre, kailangan alamin ng customs officer yan and they i-check nila yung item and you will pay for the necessary taxes for that specific item. You can save this, you have to save this, you have to have this QR, you have to have this sa phone mo kasi isa-scan mo siya paglabas. Kung walang phone yung mga tao, you have to have it printed out kasi kailangan mo siya mapakita pag cross mo ng customs. Remember guys, this will also be shown via sent to your email as well. Kung makita nyo sa email nyo, nandito rin po siya. Arrival na siya. And if you're going to go back home to your e-travel, guys, nandito rin naman po siya. Remember, kung nakita nyo, departure is blue, arrival should be green if you have nothing to declare. So guys, departure palabas, and then arrival papasok. Yun yung importante. Alam ko mahaba na tong video na to, but this is everything that you should know for your e-travel. At saka this is everything that you will need to do and input step by step na yan from account creation to doing your departure e-travel at saka yung arrival e-travel mo. Now, one last bonus tip ko rin dito. If you're going to look at your tickets here, guys, dito mo rin makikita sa ticket nyo, you can put it somewhere here rin naman, kung meron ka na bang travel tax here, makita mo sa resibo mo yan. Now, if you're going to look at this receipt, wala siya dito, travel tax or PH tax dito sa taxes, na wala rin siya amounting to roughly around $30, meaning travel tax has not been paid, and travel tax is amounting to 1,620 pesos. So, meaning, pag pumunta ng airport, Maria Santos de la Cruz will have to pay the travel tax pa. And then, sa ticket makikita mo rin kung ano yung mga pwede mong dalhin na hand carry at saka ilan yung check-in bag mo. For this specific ticket, she can bring a carry-on of 1 piece free of charge, maximum 15 pounds or 7 kilos. Nakasulat siya dito. And check-in bag niya, free ang isa, and then up to 50 pounds or 23 kilos lang ang pwede. For both Manila to Beijing, Beijing to Manila. So, yun po, sa ticket nyo po makikita lahat ng mga details na yon. So, kung may questions kayo, you will all see it in these details and yun yung bonus ko. Have a safe trip. I hope na nakatulong po ang video na to. Maraming salamat po. Comment down below if you have questions pa. One last tip bago pala umalis. If ever yung e-travel, kung nag-land ako, let's say, midnight na the following day, I personally would input arrival date ko kung kailan ako tumungtong. Kung let's say, yung flight ko is April 30, pero nag-land siya dito ng May 1 ilalagay sa e-travel. That's how I do it and wala naman ako nagiging problema. Yun po yung last tip ko. Bye guys!